Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early March 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get it going, my friends. We're going to start right away, get right down to business with an oracle card here. So let's shuffle it up one time for the lovely Libras in early March. Let's see what we have for you, my friends. My God, Spirit Team, talk to me. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'm going to pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what type of shadows might be around you or what shadow work you might want to lean into, which is always interesting. There's so much for you to consider, so only take what hits for you. You know how it goes. Let's get this first card out here, though, for Libra, please. Nice and quick. Wow. Pardon me, my friends. This is a repeat card that I've been seeing across the board for fire signs or air signs, all the different ones. This could be some complexity or a lot of different people affecting your energy right now. Now, before we fully dive into this card, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on Twitter, my handle's @KyleofCups. Please feel free to tweet me things. But into this card we go, because it's interesting on various different levels. You see that man, you see that woman, you see all the different pictures. So sure, this could speak about your community, society at large, various different groups, okay? Whether it's work groups, whether it's groups at home. I also think of big complexity with this card. There could be a lot of different things affecting you. There could be a lot on your to-do list. Hopefully you're not feeling a little overwhelmed by this energy, because there is the possibility for that. And I always say there was somebody that mentioned that this card could mean social media. So you might be spending a little more time than usual on social media with a card like this. But I do feel like this is more about various things affecting your personal energy. So it's something to watch out for. Hopefully you're not overwhelmed. But we'll see how it plays out in the rest of the reading. As I always say, that doesn't make or break the reading itself. But we're going to get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. So let's shuffle it up one time here for my lovely Libra friends. Let's see what's going on, my guides. Talk to me. Now, last week's message was really interesting. It was titled A Shocking Message. Okay, and the reason it was titled that was because there was a tower in it. Okay, it was very prominent in the energy. And I will say this as well, there's been a lot of signs that have been getting towers lately, and it could have been about world events. Hopefully you haven't been experiencing towers in your personal life. The week before that was an emotional explosion, so there's been a kind of a volatile energy attached to Libra. But let's see what we have for this week. You know, energies are always changing. Big energy. So what's going on here? Okay, we got the Queen of Cups in position number 1. So that is softer. That is good. That is like about emotions for sure. We'll speak about it. She's a powerful card in her own right, but she's not a tower, right? She's not like the Knight of Swords Chariot. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we have the High Priestess in position number 2. I always love when she shows up in reading. That's nice. Your intuition could be tugging at you for some reason. Okay, we have the 3 of Swords here on the back end. So you might be dealing with some things. Okay, or someone around you could be. Let's go through one by one though, Libra. And I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get the juicier intuitive stuff. I would say there's nothing really to be nervous about, even though there's a 3 of Swords there, okay? But in position number 1, the Queen of Cups. As I was saying, very strong, feminine, maternal type of energy, okay? Could be mother figures in your life, but I always think of one's emotional state when I see her. If you're not tied to a water sign, we'll just have to see what clarifies this, because that'll tell the tale. But we think of creativity, we think of someone who's feeling something very deep, especially next to something like the High Priestess. This is intense, okay? This is like very intense emotionally. So that just might be how it is for you right now. Like, you might be even keel a lot of the time, but your emotions could be super intense. The thing with the Queen of Cups is she doesn't always share it. Moving to the center, we have the High Priestess. Some people say that's like Piscean, Cancer type of energy. I could vibe with that. But she is the matron of psychics, tarot readers, all the spooky things that we enjoy partaking in if you're watching tarot. But she is also about how one feels. Yes, it could be about sacred knowledge and ritual, similar to the magician. But whenever I see the High Priestess, I think of how one is feeling on the inside. So we have 2 cards of the internal here with both of them. But yeah, your intuition, your empathy could be heightened in this time. Like, you could be extra sensitive to energies when the High Priestess is there. Now, moving to the very back end, which is something that you might have to keep an eye on, especially if you're very sensitive to energies. With the Three of Swords and the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups, other people's energies might be rubbing off on you. But we'll see. It just might be a warning about your emotions. But the Three of Swords, pain. It is one of the most iconic tarot cards there is, right? You see the three swords going through the heart. That's heartbreak, that's pain, that's anxiety, that's nervousness, all those yucky type of things. However, we still have to clarify it and see what it's about. And it's not saying that you're feeling these things. This could be someone you're tied to as well. So we're going to want to dive deeper on all this, Libra. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's shuffle it up one time for the lovely Libras here. My guides, talk to me. What do we got? And yes, my Libra friends. This is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this Queen of Cups. And as always, if you know how to read tarot yourself, that's why this box is here. You could just play along. Any messages you're feeling, you could just drop it down in a box and deliver it to your collective. I don't mind. And I feel like we all learn from each other. So let's see what's up with this Queen of Cups. Thank you. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody really mulling something over. So if this isn't something you're thinking about quite a bit, mulling over, someone you're attached to is super active in the mind and of the emotion, like I've been feeling since the beginning. Now, depending on what comes out under the High Priestess and the Three of Swords, like, you just really, really need to know that your emotions could be extra sensitive, extra heightened in these times. But with the Four of Cups and this Queen of Cups, like, it's heavy to me. Not heavy necessarily in a bad way, but this is somebody absolutely thinking something into the ground over and over and over and over. So if that's you, please try to take a little break from that. Try to get a little reprieve from that. Do a little meditation. Do something to let that energy loose. Let it out a little bit. Don't bottle things in, because I always say when you bottle things in long enough, eventually it will bubble to the surface. Okay? For some of you, it could just be as easy as you thinking about a water sign, though, or a water sign thinking about you. It depends on your story. You just take it how it hits. But we're going to go in on this High Priestess. Let's see why this High Priestess is here for my Libras. Interesting stuff, my friends. Definitely a different vibe from last week. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. Are you nervous about something? Are you nervous about something falling through? Are you nervous about receiving bad news? Like, this is giving me a very on edge type of feeling. All these cups, all this emotion that I was speaking about, like the Page of Cups in reverse could be someone, once again, not saying something, keeping it to themselves. So I really want to get over to this Three of Swords and see if it does come bubbling to the surface. But yeah, with the High Priestess, the intuition, absolutely, like I was saying, this could be a little warning that you could be taking on the emotion and energy of others. So be cognizant of that and do what you need to do, whether it is like crystals or meditation, whatever, to keep your energy clear, maybe a little cleansing. But this is a little nervousness that either something's going to fall through, or nervousness that you're going to get bad news, or like something bad's going to happen. It's giving me that interesting vibe. Okay. So hopefully that's not you in that mind state, but this could be someone around you as well, like falling prey to a little pessimism. But we're going to go in on this Three of Swords real quick. Let's see what's up with this Three of Swords. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. I mean, none of it's feeling treacherous, but it is in that realm, that emotional realm that I was speaking about. Let's see why that Three of Swords is here, though. There's that Three of Swords here. Okay. Strength. Yeah, you're going to be fine. And that's a good thing. We have strength in the upright under this Three of Swords. Sure, everybody experiences pain, cycles, heartbreak, things like that. And like I was saying, throughout all of this, I do feel like there is a warning to be had about your emotional state. Okay, or someone you're connected to. Like, you need to recognize that, like, this person might be going through one. And that's fine. Life is very cyclical like that. But with strength in the upright, if you're not just dealing with a Leo that's heartbroken, or you're heartbroken over a Leo, obviously that's only a minute fraction of Libras out there. But I just feel like everything's going to be fine. You have what it takes to get through any issues that you're going through, whether minor or major. Everything will turn out okay. Everything can be okay in the end. So I would say that this is a big silver lining to the rest of the reading and what we've been seeing for the past couple of weeks, because strength is that inner well of strength that we need to keep it moving, keep it pushing. Everything's going to be fine. Everything will be okay in the end. Okay, so let's go through and do a quick little recap here, Libra. I would say that's a really nice way to end this reading, and that's the best thing we want to see under a Three of Swords, a card like Strength, because that is the cure to that type of energy. Doesn't mean that that energy is not still there, but if you kindly look in the box, in position number 1, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Four of Cups in the upright. Sure, there might be something that's on your brain quite a bit that you're just mulling over, thinking about nonstop over and over and over, or this could be someone you're linked to doing the same. Very intense emotions throughout the whole first portion of this spread. The first 2 alignments, it's all watery type of energy. So you need to know that in this time you might be a little emotionally sensitive, more than you normally are. In the center, we have the High Priestess with the Page of Cups in reverse. Once again, what I was just saying, a warning about one's emotions, warning about one's emotional state. You might be taking on the feelings of others, specifically if you're very sensitive to those things. But I was getting the vibe of someone being a little bit nervous that they're going to get bad news, or that worst case scenario. It was very overwhelmed in a sense. But moving to the back end, Three of Swords with Strength in the upright, beautiful way to end this. Sure, yeah, it could be rough situations with Leos, but if that's not it, we want the Strength card under the Three of Swords. Everything will be okay. You can get through this, okay? Some of you might not even be going through issues right now, and I hope that's the case. If this doesn't resonate for you, watch your other placements, your rise and your moon. But if you are going through a tough time, this is a little reassurance from Spirit that you'll be fine, whether it's a minor thing, whether it's a major thing, whether it's a little annoyance, or whether it's something that's really possibly life-changing, you'll be fine. Okay, just have that inner strength within you, okay? So please take a screenshot, and we're going to get into the shadow card real quick. And of course, this could mean other things, all right? There could be a test of strength as well, like Spirit testing you in some type of way. I don't want to get too much into it since I already, interpreted the cards, but I just felt like I needed to say that. Now, we use the Shadowland Tarot because it's illustrated in a darker way, and that's what we want to look at when we do a shadow card, the rougher side of the energies. So even if this is a positive card, that's what we're going to do. Whether it's something that pops up now, whether it's something you've been dealing with for a while. Let's see what we got. All right, 10 of Pentacles. So revolving around the home, revolving around the family is something that might be lingering in the shadows here. That's the first thing I want to say with the 10 of Pentacles. Like the home unit, okay, or literally where you live could possibly be it. Hopefully you're not having any issues with money as well. Now, usually the 10 Pentacles is one of the best cards in the tarot deck, but once again, we're looking at the rough side. So hopefully you're not having issues with home and family. But aside from that, this could be someone who's a little bit stubborn, okay? So you might be having dealings with an individual. It's like, no, I have my mind made up. This is what's going to happen. This is what's blah, blah, blah. Like, it's giving me that very stubborn, stern type of energy. So beware that if there's a situation where you've been a little bit stubborn, you might want to reanalyze that, reanalyze your stance, okay? But usually this is a grounded type of energy. I don't feel like it's anything treacherous, but it's something to keep an eye on for sure, like someone who's immovable, not flexible. So Libra, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the March subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the February subscriber surprise, the winners will be posted in the community tab March 1st. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Gilded Tarot Royale. It's one of my favorite decks. So if you'd like to get your name for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments what zodiac sign vibes best with you. It has to be a different one than your own, though. So drop that in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And that's it. At the end of March, going into April, I'll announce the winners. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.